What is your biggest regret in life? My biggest regret was marrying my ex-husband. It was an arranged marriage. My family had planned for it for years. When I finished college, I was quickly made to marry this guy. I was only 21 years old. He was really handsome and successful in his field as a civil engineer. Many people think I am lucky. I thought I was too when I first saw him. 2 weeks later, we were married. Little did they know it was hell for me. On our wedding night, he was a little drunk and he did what he wanted to do even if I didn't consent. I was a virgin, of course. I was raised in a strict household. I didn't show my displeasure during that night. He was a little too rough for me. I thought it was really supposed to be this way. The next morning I am full of bruises from last night, and when he saw it, he didn't seem to care at all and only said it was just passion. He was too controlling. He insists that he knows the passwords of all my social media accounts. He never lets me leave the house except for the time where I would need to do the groceries. Although, he would always insist that I do it with him on weekends. He never lets me meet my friends even if they are all girls. He doesn't even want me to work even if I have been wanting to. I barely even handle the finances here. He controls everything. I don't even have money of my own, though he would buy me presents and other expensive things. During our marriage, I felt like a love-making object to him and not a wife. He doesn't even bother to connect with me or get to know me, what I like, what I love, the places I want to see. Every night after he comes home, he would take me to bed and just do it, and after that he will just fall asleep. At home, he would do things to me. He would just lift my top up and feel my fresh melons, kneading them, pinching the tips and sometimes twisting them. He would touch my apple bottom and feel me around there. He manhandles me. He attacks me whenever we have arguments, and especially if I would talk back to him. He never lets me make my own decisions. He said a good wife should always do whatever his husband told him so. I tried to tell my family, but instead of siding with me, they scolded me from being rebellious and said I shouldn't bring shame to our family. They said I should just be a good wife. I tried to endure this relationship for 2 years. I tried to be good and I would just give up. I remained silent and never talked back to him. It was all good, tolerable. No fights, nothing. Until one day, one of my friends informed me of his infidelity. I didn't believe it at first until I saw pictures. Before that, I would always notice him talking on the phone and how he would always go outside to take it and be very far away from me. I didn't think about it much before. I talked to my friend about it. Apparently, he has been constantly philandering for years. She told me about how my husband would talk to my friend's husband about clubbing and the girls he would make love with. She felt sorry for me and wished she could help. I only told her thank you for telling the truth. I deleted the conversation on my messenger but saved the pictures. I told my family about this. I thought they would support me this time, but I was wrong. Except for my sister. She was sorry for me but couldn't do much for me. However, my family informed my husband's family. We all had a talk about our marriage and how we could fix it and let this issue slide to avoid embarrassment. On the way home, my husband attacked me for saying stuff things to our families and for spying on him. It turned into a violent fight. I yelled out in anger that I would divorce him and I can't take this anymore. I tried to run away, but he pulled me by my hair and dragged me back to the house. He kept attacking me until I passed out. I woke up on the bed and my hands were tied up. He said he was punishing me for my behavior. He was saying that I can never leave him again. You are not gonna leave. You are going to stay here. Do you understand? He said, all while he was mercilessly twisting the tip of my melons. I even screamed. I've got 2 black eyes and bruises. He raped me that night and eventually let me go when I promised I wouldn't leave him again. He eventually took time off work and stayed at the house 24/7 to make sure I wouldn't do anything. But then, I took my chance and ran away to a friend. Helped me, documented everything. His abusive behavior, etc. He was charged, of course, but he was able to bail himself out. I surrounded myself with my friends, which made him sign the papers, and I was finally free. However, I am sad that my family cut ties with me. I've tried to reach them for years, except for my sympathetic sister who knew about it, and I've done everything I can. Sometimes, I miss them. I stayed with my friend for a while. I was able to get a job as a customer service representative. A job my parents never approved of, but this job will have to do. Better than nothing. After a few months, I was able to afford my own apartment and I eventually moved out of that city. 6 years later, I was promoted as the team leader and get a decent pay that makes me able to travel. I met my second husband in Morocco. We dated for 2 years before we decided to get married. Now, I am pregnant with my second child with him. He is a social worker, a wonderful husband to my 2-year-old daughter and my baby in the womb.